let's take a look at some information and charts on Band for Brave New Coin. So similar to Link, Band is a cross-chain data oracle. It aggregates and connects real-world data and APIs to smart contracts. Probably most importantly in the current environment, DeFi-related prices, price movements, trusted price data, all that sort of fun stuff. DeFi is fueled by stuff like Band, stuff like Link. It depends on that pricing data to run the DeFi infrastructure. So it is the very base layer importance for DeFi at the end of the day. And they talk about weather data in here and a few other things. But ultimately, it comes down to price data at the moment. That'll change over time. Other things will take precedence over time. But the reality is, it's really all about price data right now, I think. They are also multi-chain, which makes sense. If you are an oracle and able to connect crypto to real-world stuff, why can't you connect crypto to crypto stuff or crypto, multi-crypto to real-world stuff? It all makes sense. They recently released a protocol upgrade and update to the chain. I'm not going to get into it, but they are having continuous protocol changes, updates, upgrades, whatever you want to talk about. It's not just some project that's stagnated, some ICO that isn't doing a bunch of anything. They also recently, much like Link as well, got involved with Google in some capacity. Now, I'm always wary of even talking about stuff like this because it's lots of PR. Not so much hype, but it's just a lot of PR, and people think, oh, Google is getting into Band price is going to go up. Maybe, I think that's a bit of a leap in general. Link was infamous for this. They'll just say they've got PR from everybody, right? And they do, great, but that doesn't necessarily mean Link is going to moon. It did, and oracles need users to use them in order to be valuable, sure. But just keep in mind when you see anything PR related. Now, this isn't really a PR release. This is more of, this is what we're using and why type of release. So it's got some very specific technical information in here. But anyway, just be careful when you read stuff like that. Like Band is using, or Link, Google is using Band, right? Hopefully that goes without saying. But anyway, if you look at the total requests for Band, Oracle data requests over time, since Q4 last year, it's gone from 0 to 5 million. So very clearly, something's using Band, right? Something cares about what Band is doing. It's not just using Link, it's using other stuff. Like I already mentioned, they were an ICO. They did a couple of public raises, a couple of private raises and a public raise, I believe. They're also a proof of stake network on the Cosmos chain, hence all the Cosmos related media here. They do have what appears to be interoperability between the ERC20 token and the Cosmos token, or the Atom. I'm terrible with this. The non-ERC20 version, whatever the chain is now for Band. Because even I had some initial confusion there. Is it still an ERC20 token? Have they migrated? So yes to both. It's interchangeable. If we look at total validators, 60 total validators, it looks like they have a similar setup to any proof of stake network, where you have basically representative democracy and governance style. And 11% inflation rate. So I think it's too early to say like Band is going to be the winner, Link's going to be the winner, they're both going to be the winners. Who knows, right? This stuff is just new and coming online. If you think DeFi is going to exist and be around for any period of time, then some sort of oracle is a necessity to connect all this stuff together. So I don't think you have to be explicitly bullish oracles, but as long as you're bullish DeFi and understand that this stuff is necessary, you don't have to pick one or the other between Band or Link or whatever else comes next. Just know that they both exist and what to look for. Specifically, the requests. For me, this is the big thing. Even if most of this is junk or spam, at the very least, there's an effort being made here and something is happening when I'm trying to figure out, does this have fundamental value, right? So moving on to technicals, the Band chart since August 2020 kind of hasn't done much. It had a big pullback, hit its 200-day moving average several times, formed this head and shoulders that eventually broke up, and it is now back to that $15 level, basically $15.5. I still think this remains bullish. Trend metrics are on their side. The 15 to 200 are still bullish. It's got several bullish continuation type patterns Nothing is perfect here. You know, this isn't exactly a cup and handle. It's not exactly an ascending triangle. It's definitely not an inverted head and shoulders anymore, but I think ultimately trend-wise, this is okay for bullish continuation. And as long as it can hold the previous all-time high, it should be okay in the near term, at least until Q3, I suspect, when everything's going to pull back significantly. But this is certainly less overbought than many other DeFi options out there available right now. So I like 27, I like 30 as far as upside potential from here. On the daily cloud, it's also a bit of a mess trend-wise. You can see it broke out in January, didn't really do much, hit an all-time high, pulled back, hit an all-time high, pulled back. So I really wouldn't use daily trend metrics for Band USD. It's just too sideways, too choppy, and I think you're better off just looking at it as, is this a range, yes or no? Is this consolidation, yes or no? Is this bullish or bearish consolidation, yes or no? And then going from there. So this doesn't look bearish to me. It definitely looks a lot more bullish than bearish. If we look at Band BTC on the 2-day, so zoomed out, this is something I've been watching for a little while now, but it's got this inverted head and shoulders characteristic as well as an edge-to-edge potential here, at least a 2x from here. Potentially. No, it's not hard to look good against BTC right now, but this has been building since October. So it does have a bullish TK cross. Price is inside the cloud, has been inside the cloud since mid-April. It's held above this potential diagonal neckline. So I like it for a variety of reasons here. I think it looks good for bullish reversal. Even if you don't believe in the inverted head and shoulders here, I think it looks good for at least a 2x, I'd imagine, from here. And if we look at it on the daily cloud also gives it the bullish blessing. It's above all the trend metrics you'd want it to be above. It doesn't look exciting. It's not showing you any momentum just yet, but it is saying it's on the right side of the cloud as far as being bullish is concerned. Band ETH, however, is the exact opposite of this 2-day chart, right? This is what you want to see if you expect a bullish reversal. This is what you want to see if you expect bearish continuation, because it had that setup, that same exact edge-to-edge setup, and it did not close within the cloud. The TK lines crisscrossed over and over and over again, currently bearish, broke multi-month lows, and it's below the 50 period, in this case 100-day EMA, which looks pretty good as far as a barometer for, are we bullish, are we bearish? So all in all, much more bearish on Band ETH. This is the 2-day cloud, by the way, as well, than Band BTC. So if you're trying to decide what looks better, just type in the pair on TradingView, right? This may not be an exact tradable pair. It is on a few exchanges, but you can always make up the pair because they'll do the math for you. So definitely looks bearish compared to ETH. And then Band compared to Link also looks more bearish than bullish. It's below the cloud. It's below the 100-day moving average. It's been a massive chop fest here. But all in all, it's definitely not, you're not getting this price appreciation against Link. It's not moving faster than Link anymore. And if anything, it looks like Link is ready for another leg up here, more so than Band. Link is an easier trade. Link has had a multi-year bull trend. Buy it, set it, and forget it. Bounced on the 200-day moving average every single time it's tried to sell off. So Link is a more conservative hold for probably most people because it just looks like a better chart, whereas Band is kind of stalled out a little bit at 15.5. So overall, oracles, you got to have them if you're on DeFi. If you're doing DeFi, anything price-wise, you got to have them. We may see real-world applications eventually that have broad-reaching aspects, but I don't think we're there quite yet. I think it's a little early. The USD pair looks on the bullish side of neutral. The BTC pair looks like it's ready for a bullish reversal. The ETH pair looks mega bearish, and the Link pair looks like it's on the bearish side of neutral. So I hope I covered all of my bases with anybody watching this video on the analysis that they're looking for based on what they're holding. It's gotten more and more complex and complicated to give the people what they want these days. Lastly, I'll just mention Enzyme. We have a managed DeFi portfolio there. Their website's currently undergoing maintenance, but normally this would allow you to see AUM, trades, performance, allocations, deposits, withdrawals, no mins, no max. I pay all the gas fees as the portfolio manager. You just pay gas fees if you want to send send ETH or USDC. So you pay gas on the way in, pay gas on the way out. How this works is that you send your crypto to the smart contract, and then I have the ability to use that crypto in various trades within the portfolio parameters. So if you have any questions about any of that, let me know in the comments below. Like, dislike, comment, share, subscribe, and happy trading.